One of the things I love most about Five Rose Lane is the feeling of friendship among the cast of characters who lived there. Being cordial and convivial was so important to the people of Five Rose Lane that they formed the Finn River Friendship Club in order to make sure that everyone felt welcome. Every year, the club members took on the lively task of creating 6 new party games for the Wild Waltzers to enjoy. Just as every celebration needs cake, it also needs something fun to do when guests need a break from dancing. If you were in the Finn River Friendship Club, what kinds of games would you invent? Would you make a game that everyone could win? Or would you make it really hard so that only one person could be declared the winner? Which of these options do you think is the most friendly kinds of game to play? These are exactly the kinds of important questions the friends discussed at their meetings. On the darkest night of each month, 6 friends would gather in a top-secret location to scheme their plans and craft their ideas. But one year in particular, the friends just couldn't agree on what kinds of games should be played at the Wildwood Waltz. For 11 new moons they had met, and for 11 new moons they had deliberated and vacillated and sometimes even quarreled. Here they were at the birth of the flower moon, only 1 moon away from the Wildwood Waltz, and they still couldn't decide. What would happen if they showed up to the party without all of the games that everyone had been expecting?
At this point, they only had time to assemble half of the games. It was down to the wire, and the friends needed to make a choice. So they finally agreed to leave it up to destiny. Each friend wrote down 3 of their best ideas and put them into a hat. 18 ideas went in, but only 3 could come out. Here's what they picked: a wheel of fortune, a rainbow treasure hunt, sink or swim. Suddenly, Reynard, one of the Finn River friends, had a brilliant idea. Instead of 3 games, let's make one big game. Let's put all these ideas together to make the best game we've ever invented. Everyone loved this idea, and they set to work right away. First, they made a wheel of fortune consisting of 4 sections: acorns, seashells, feathers, and crystals. At the start of the game, each player would spin the wheel. Whichever symbol the arrow landed on when the wheel stopped spinning revealed which path to take to begin the rainbow treasure hunt. Throughout the forest, the friends had hidden colorful objects along with clues about where to find the next treasure. The clues got harder as the game went on. Then, just when the partygoers thought they had found the last prize, there was a twist: sink or swim. If 3 of their treasures could stay afloat, then they would be given the final clue to find the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
The only thing the friends couldn't agree on was how to make everyone a winner. Reynard thought that everyone who played the game should get a prize, while Vixie thought that only one person should be declared the winner. It'll be more special that way, she reasoned. Reynard conceded. He had his own ideas. Reynard asked to be the game master for the sink or swim booth. When 3 objects floated, he proudly gave those contestants their final clue. When the objects sank, he slyly slipped a lucky golden stone into the pockets of those players who couldn't go on to the next round. To him, it was so important to say, "Thank you for playing this game we made for you," that he felt everyone should get a piece of the pot of gold. But he didn't want to argue with Vixie either. This way, no one had to know it was him. And do you know what? He actually found quite a bit of joy in doing secret favors for others. He liked to be a bit sneaky, and this way he could feel good about it while making other people smile. Have you ever done a secret favor for someone? How did it make you feel? Tell me about it in the comments below. Did you know that you can make a wheel of fortune out of stuff you find lying around in your yard? One just like the Finn River friends used? Let me show you how.
To make a wheel of fortune, you'll need 2 forked sticks and a smaller stick to sit in between them. This makes the base for the spinner. some sticks to make the spokes of the wheel, and string to hold it all together. Acorns, shells, feathers, and crystals, or whatever objects you would like to use to name your game paths. Check out the 5 Rose Lane bird watching video to see how I made this woven wheel. Step 1. Attach the spokes to the spinner stick. Step 2. Tie the path markers to the spokes. Step 3. Put the spinner stick on the base and give it a spin.
There are plenty of other objects you might want to make in order to play the rest of the game. Trail markers to let your party guests know they're on the right path, treasure boxes, a pot of gold and Reynard's lucky stones, and an assortment of colorful clues and treasures in different buoyancies. Buoyancy is what determines whether something will sink or swim. You can use true rainbow colors, or you can give your game what we call an ombre effect.
Take a look at my color wheels. We begin with 3 primary colors: rojo, amarillo, and azul. When we mix those colors together, we get 3 new colors: naranja, verde, and morado. Those are called secondary colors. Mixing primary and secondary colors gives us 6 more colors, the tertiary colors. You can keep mixing colors until you start making things like coral, which is a mixture of red, orange, and white, or mauve, which is made up of red, blue, white, and black. Even if you spent a whole day doing nothing but mixing colors, you still couldn't create all the colors that exist in the world. To make a true hue lighter or darker, we can add white or black. To make a hue lighter is called a tint. To make a hue darker is called a shade. This is how we get the ombre effect. Mixing colors is a lot like making a recipe. You add a pinch of this color and a smidge of that color, and before you know it, you've cooked up a feast for your eyes. All this talk about cooking sure is making me hungry. Tomorrow, we'll meet up at the Tender Moon Garden to finalize a few recipes for the party. I hope to see you then. Goodbye to you all, and sweet be your day. May angels surround you and watch you at play. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Peace, love, and blessings to you, dear ones. May you always dream a new dream, carry a song in your heart, and spread your joy to others. I love you, and I'll see you again very soon. Adios.